News Alert.
Yes, we are following some breaking news from Detroit's east side, where police believe they have caught up with the man wanted in connection in a violent crime spree.
And these happen in several communities in our area right now. We're in Detroit, but also Canton, Northville Township, and Highland Park. Our Matthew Smith is live in Detroit's east side, where police say they have the man surrounded. Matt?
Well, Alicia, we actually just have a brand new development on that. We're walking inward right now because police are starting to open up Gratiot again. We're going to pan off over here and you'll see we're trying to get closer to the action because we heard a series of gunshots, a pop, pop, pop. There was a long pause and then there was a second round, and now police are starting to open back up Gratiot. Did they get their man? Did they get that suspect into custody? That's what we're still trying to figure out right now. But what I can tell you is that this has been a situation that's been tense for quite some time, because we're talking about 10 plus hours that police in multiple jurisdictions have been trying to pull this person into custody. Now, we're here on Detroit's east side. Where we're standing right now is Gratiot near Bradford, where again they're reopening Gratiot right now. But we know that this started much earlier in the day. Take a look at some of the video. You can get a idea of just how many police have been out here all night long. Guns drawn, lots of things happening in this area. We're talking about more than a dozen people in tactical gear surrounding this area. How did it start? Well, the person tried to carjack an undercover police officer, but that's not how it started everywhere. That's just how it started here at Detroit's east side. Let's rewind back further and go back to Salvation Army in Canton. That's where the suspect, a 50-year-old man, is what police are saying, pulled a gun and shot a woman and then stole her car. That led to a police chase and then eventually a police crash. A second scene, this one in Northville near Plymouth Township, kind of near the border there at 5 Mile and Sheldon. Not only did he crash his car, crashed into an area where there's a gas main, so that caused all sorts of concerns out there, but then he carjacked a second woman. And not only did he carjack her, he took her with him. She ended up being released after this incident with the carjacking in Northville. He let her go in Highland Park. We know that they tracked down that vehicle because we've been talking to Nia Harden about that. That's on the other side of the city, and that brings us back out to where we are right now. So Mike's got you kind of looking in on a picture right now. We see an ambulance out here. We see a number of state police, and we see a lot of people starting to pull down their tactical gear. So it sounds like this is coming to an end right now as we're live on air. Again, we heard those shots fired, and then this all started kind of relaxing. No longer are you blocking off Gratiot. No longer are you shutting down the road. The morning commute is getting back to normal. We are going to work to kind of figure out, did they bring this guy in safely? We do want to let you know that the woman that was initially shot out there in Canton, she's doing better, non-life-threatening injuries. We know that the officer that initially engaged the shots fired out here on Detroit's east side, he's okay, he wasn't shot. We never found out as of now whether he actually shot the suspect or if they just shot him now as we heard those gunfire going. But we're going to continue to update. As we learn more, we'll make sure we get right back here on 7 Action News to update you, as well as WXYZ.com. So for now, we're live in Detroit's east side. I'm Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you, Matthew. Meantime, on Detroit's west side, police believe they've tracked down the car that was stolen from Northville Township in this case. It was found at this gas station near 7 Mile and Woodward. Police were at the scene for hours this morning, but the car has now been towed and the scene is clear.
And of course, we're going to stay on top of this breaking story all